Welcome to the Story-Eyed Podcast. My name is Brendan.
And I'm Jen. On this show, we talk about all things Williams syndrome. We're excited to share our community with you. Thanks for being here.
I'm a little blown out here. Actually, let me quick adjust my video settings here. Hey, maybe I did too much adjusting my appearance to try to get rid of my wrinkles. My wrinkles. All right, still recovering. How about you?
Yeah, totally. Like, I don't know, some days I'm just more tired and sore than others, and other days I'm good. It's a mix. When I first got back home, it was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Tylenol and Advil didn't help. Hot showers did not help.
You got sick? Are you saying you got sick?
No.
Oh, okay.
Pain.
Oh,
Shoulder pain and back pain and knee pain. No, I lucked out this time at the convention. I didn't come home with anything.
I know. I feel the same way. I had a couple days where I thought, okay, I'm coming down with something.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And then there's always people who either pick up a cold or the flu or even or even still COVID. And it's like, okay, I'm like, ooh, here we go. Hopefully. Yeah. But then everything's worked itself out. And but I'm starting to feel a little bit more like myself, starting to like, what the weird thing for me is I was working such long days and nights in the months leading up to the convention, and then obviously at the convention, but the time sitting here in my office, the amount of the long days. And so it's that thing where you sit back down and you're sitting there and you're like, and you get to 5-6 o'clock in the evening and you're like, wait, I can actually stop. Okay, this is weird. Going out and sitting with my family and having dinner and like, okay, all right, this is better. I can do so. It's getting back to how things should be, not how things were.
This feels familiar.
Yeah, and so that's been good. I'm going to take a couple days off this weekend, which is why we're recording on a day we don't normally record. So thank you for being available.
Oh yeah, sure thing.
And so I'm gonna take a long weekend here. We got cigars coming in actually from the Boston area.
Oh, that's funny. I'm gonna be in Boston tomorrow and Saturday. I'm going to see Dr. Pober.
Oh, get out. Nice.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a visit with her and maybe hook up and have lunch with Becky Kleinman.
Very cool.
Yeah. Yep. And shout out to Emergency and Liquid IV for keeping us hydrated, and vitamin C, baby. Let's go. Yes.
They're not a sponsor, but they should be. Look, I got all the Liquid IV here. I got my raspberry lemonade, got my vitamins, the hydration and immunity support. It was that. Yeah, that
was a lifesaver. That was a lifesaver because I took it every single day and I was like, all right, maybe once or twice a day. Yeah. And then I was like, all right, I'm not going to get sick. Knock on wood. Yeah. Thankfully, I didn't this time. And
Sarah showed up with a couple bags of it and was essentially just like, no, take it. You have to take this.
Here.
And I'm like,
have this. Use it.
Yeah. And then, and I'm like, you don't need to tell me twice. And then we have some people that this was their first convention. So we're like, trust us, just down this stuff.
Please just trust us. It will be so helpful. It will be life-changing. Yes.
And knock on wood, I haven't heard of anyone on staff coming down with anything. So that's something.
I've heard of a few people that had colds and the dreaded C word. And...
Yeah, a couple people online. And that makes you retrace your steps. And it's like, okay, how much did I interact with that person?
Yeah, right. And then I was like, oh, wait, I took the emergency. So I was, I came out unscathed. Thank you.
Yeah. So hopefully everyone has made it through okay.
Yes.
And hopefully if you did catch COVID or a cold or a flu, hopefully it's been relatively mild. So today we have Charlie Ferguson.
Yes.
C Money, as I often call him. And I should have asked this earlier. Have you known Charlie for a while?
It's really adventure seeker stuff. here and there.
Yeah, he was.
Okay, so yeah,
Oh yeah,
I definitely did meet him and we hanged out a little bit here and there.
yeah.
But yeah, he's a cool dude.
Yeah, Charlie and I have, like I say in the interview, Charlie and I have known each other for a long time.
Yeah.
I met him at Camp Blue Skies the very first year that I went, and in fact, his bunk was right next to mine. And yeah, so Charlie and I have known each other for several years now, and luckily he's in a position where he's able to go to so many of our events when we're all getting together, whether it's camp or a convention and stuff. Yeah, yeah. So it's Charlie. I hope you all enjoy Charlie. Charlie's a great guy and has a great life he's carved out for himself. And yeah, so that's Charlie.
Well, money.
See money. All right. Enjoy See Money. And Brendan and I, and hopefully Jen, we will see you all later.
All right.
Hi, I am Morgan Jane Starkman. I am the daughter of Greg and Joanne Starkman from Inner Sense Organic Beauty.
What's great about it is I use it on my hair all the time, and I'm the inspiration behind it, and I love using it all the time when I'm at work or I take a shower. I do the hair bath conditioner, all of that stuff, and it's good for all hair types. No bad fragrances, no bad ingredients. WSA 15.
When you check out.
When you check out, yep.
All right. Well, hey, Charlie, how are ya?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. Doing well. So for those who don't know who you are, might not know who you are, why don't you take a few moments to introduce yourself and tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
Hello. My name is Charles. I'm 30 years old. I'm from Gainesville, Florida.
And let's see, Charlie and I have known each other for several years now, and we met the first time we met was at Camp Blue Skies, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, and you're a regular Blue Skies attendee. How many years have you been going?
6, I think.
Oh, did you get your 5-year pin then already?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh yeah, you know what? If this past year was 6, then the last one that I was there because I wasn't able to go this past year. So, but yeah, that's when you got your 5-year pin. Awesome. And you live in Florida. One of the things that I know about you is how long you have been working at Publix. Yeah, can you to tell people a little bit about what you do at Publix and how long you've worked there and just what you like about working?
So I work at customer service. I do bagging. I do carting. I do hot, cold with cold, and then I do the carry out. And I've been doing that for 11 years now.
11 years. That's awesome. Fantastic. And now I know that from years of talking with you, you've had really awesome moments. You've had moments where customers get mad and stuff. Everyone's living their day. But overall, you like your job. You like working there. You like the people you work with.
Yeah.
Good. And
there was 3 bosses that are really nice to me. They always make sure I'm doing okay. They always say, "Hey, how was Charles World today?"
That's good.
Yeah.
That's mostly it.
Yeah. I love that they're checking in on you. And you're there. So you're there on your own though. You're not there with a job coach or anything else. You're flying.
No.
Cool. And
I used to do with a job coach there.
Okay.
But that was it.
And then you kind of grew out of that where it's like, okay, I think everything's going along fine. It's time for Charles to see money on the reins here. Awesome. Very cool. And remind me, do you live on your own?
No, I live with my dad.
Yeah. And have you always lived in the Gainesville area in Florida?
Yes. I live by the hammock.
Nice. And so you're a native Floridian.
Yes, I am a native Floridian.
Woohoo. Very cool. So when you're not working, what are the things that you like to do that fill you up?
I love to rock with my guitar, play with my drums, or play video games or sleep.
Nice. And so let's talk about playing the guitar and the drums. How long have you been playing the guitar?
Since I was just younger.
Since you were a kid?
Yeah, I had to go to guitar lessons,
Oh, very
which was very awesome. I loved it.
Very
That's
cool.
great. That's great. And so I've seen you play at Camp Blue Skies. You always bring your guitar to Camp Blue Skies, which is great.
Yes.
What kind of but I don't know that we've ever talked about like what are your musical tastes?
If it comes in my head, I just play it.
Awesome. Like what do you listen to? Like what music inspires you?
I like Christian because I am a Christian.
Okay.
I've been baptized for a long time.
And excellent. And you regularly do you get to regularly go to church?
Every Sunday, yes.
Every Sunday. Do you ever get to perform at church?
No.
No. Okay. Okay. Just like maybe Charles gets to rock out at church. But that's cool. And so you're listening to that. You're playing your guitar. You're rocking on your drums. And yeah, and then you've been a regular at camp. You've been a regular at convention. What is it that you love about being a person in this community, being a person with Williams syndrome and everything?
I love everybody. It's just my friend comes to me and my family comes to me when I feel down or I feel overwhelmed.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get bad anxiety. I don't do that anymore.
Oh, your anxiety's doing okay?
Yeah.
That's great. That's good. What sort of things, when you start to feel yourself getting a little anxious, what sort of things do you do to settle yourself?
So I just go outside and not to worry about it.
Just breathe. Yeah. Just try to take in what's around you. I love that. It's so hard when I get my anxiety, my brain tends to start thinking about everything that can go wrong in the future.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing for me. What you're talking about is just going outside, being present, being in the moment. So yeah, I think that's really a great technique to keep calm. Brendan, I know you do breathing exercises and stuff like that, don't you?
Yeah, and also my therapist taught me a new thing called progressive muscle relaxation. It's where you tense up your hands for seconds and let it go. Tense up every muscle in your body, your arms, your legs, your face. Let it go, and that helps release all the tension and stress and anxiety, and it's been helpful, honestly. So shout out to my therapist. Thank you.
That's awesome. I often do that when I'm trying to go to sleep. If I can't get my body to just settle.
Yeah.
I do that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. You're like,
yeah.
And you want to let it go, but it's so hard to let it go.
So 6 years at Camp Blue Skies. What keeps you coming back to Camp Blue Skies?
Miss Darcy.
Well, you've been there longer than Darcy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is it like? What sort of stuff keeps you what gets you aside from seeing Darcy? What gets you excited about going back every year?
It's my home place.
Yeah. Yeah. There's something.
It helps me it helps me when I go there.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of a magical place, isn't it?
Yeah. When you want to go it's like, oh, I'm going back to Camp Blue Skies again. Great. I'm going to Camp Blue Skies again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And feeling that.
And this year I caught 2 fish, 2 turtles.
You got 2 turtles.
Yeah.
Charlie knows my trials and tribulations at fishing at Camp Blue Skies. I have been obviously to Camp Blue Skies now, I think maybe 4 times. And I have been to different WSA camps with the kids and the teenagers. And I have yet to catch ding dang thing at any of these camps. Those camps.
I was shocked. I'm like, there's 2.
Yeah.
There was 2.
Yeah.
Same ones. One was the big one and the little one too. It was like, whoa, that was pretty cool.
Wow. Yeah, and I suppose and turtles with their shells, those suckers can be heavy. Probably bent that rod right over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Let's see. So weirdly enough, we're already starting to come to the end of our conversation here. What sort of things do you want people to know? Let's start with here. We'll do 2 questions here. What do you want other people with Williams syndrome to know? If you were talking to younger people with Williams syndrome or even people your own age, what does C Money want people to know about Williams syndrome?
I want people to know that Williams syndrome is not Williams syndrome Williams syndrome is like, it's like a really important to me.
Yeah.
And since my mom birthed me with it, and it's been hard since July 1st.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
It's like, how would you feel if you lost someone that's very close to you and you had to see in the hospital hyperveiling breathing?
Yeah.
Yeah. When do you remember when, like, how old you were when either you or your family found out you had Williams syndrome?
I think I was like 3. I couldn't talk till I was 8.
Wow. Yeah. That's not uncommon from what I
No.
understand with Williams syndrome, but that's still a challenge. I can imagine that being quite a challenge. So if you were speaking to someone or a group of people who had never heard of Williams syndrome, what would you want them to know about you and people with Williams syndrome?
So I usually tell them, if you don't know about Williams syndrome, just look on website and find this out. WilliamsSyndrome.org.
Yep. And I love that. I'm sure at Publix you get people that, because you've been there for so long, you have the people who are the regular customers, and I'm sure you probably see them and know them and talk to them.
Always, yeah.
Nice. But then you also get the people who are just like, oh, let me just quick stop at this supermarket and pick up a couple things. And so
that's what people do.
Yeah, and so there are people there that you might be the first time they've ever met someone with Williams syndrome, and I always think that's really cool that it's like you're out, you're working, you're responsible for stuff, and I think that's a pretty great way for people to have an introduction to our community. So I love that you've been there for so long, that you enjoy it. Even on the days where it's kind of crappy, but you're there, you're working through it, you're getting through it, you're doing the job. And that's not a small thing. The fact that you've been doing this for so long is pretty awesome. So, All right, C Money, last words. What do you got to say to the people? What do you want to tell them about? What do you want? Like, where can people get a hold of you?
My phone, Facebook, Messenger, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, TikTok.
Are you Charles Ferguson on all the socials, or are you Charlie Ferguson? I can't remember.
Charles,
that's right. Okay. So Charles Ferguson on all the socials. Look him up. You'll recognize him by his gorgeous head of hair that he has. And that's great. Charlie, I'm just so glad that you were able to join us today.
Yeah, it was good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
You've been listening to the Starry-Eyed Podcast, presented by the Williams Syndrome Association and sponsored by InnerSense Organic Beauty. The show is hosted by Jennifer Keaton and Brendan Lemieux and produced by me, Joel Lispman. All music by Tommy Barbarella and Mariella Elm. Got a question for the show? Email us at podcast@williams-syndrome.org. Video version of the podcast available on the Williams Syndrome Association channel on YouTube and on the Starry-Eyed Podcast page on Facebook. Audio version available wherever you get your podcast delights. So like and subscribe and help spread some Williams syndrome awareness.